Black women think they got a hero. Boy, they just don't know that bitch don't like them. You ready to make history with this one? Boy, I'm changing my vote. I'm going with Kamala. I done had a long talk with God in the shower, butt naked. Yeah, and we had a walk in the Garden of Eden. And yeah, he showed me where Kamala followed a little bit more instruction than the average black woman. She got a white man.
Yeah, they on your ass about your post yesterday.
Well, I wouldn't dare vote for a black woman, but she ain't a black woman. So I ain't doing nothing wrong voting for her. Black women don't know how to mind, and they don't know how to follow instructions, and they don't know how to sit down and be corrected. As a president, you got to be corrected. Black women can't be corrected. The preacher can't even correct them. God can't even correct them.
How far can a hoe go in life? What? We are about to enter a whole new era of the world right now. There's going to be before now, and then there's going to be after this. I want you all to understand we are staring down the barrel of the first thought election. Damn! Folks, I want you to understand, you thought Ciara's prayer was bad. Wait till you see Kamala's vote.
Auntie, chill!
And I'm not being political right now. This is power dynamics. This is power dynamics.
So instead of Kamala Harris giving us policy to benefit black people, she gave us shaking Megan Thee Stallion. That is what she thinks black people deserves.
It really used to be a thing to be in the White House, to be posted up with a president, posted up with maybe future president. And now I just feel like the politicians know that the power are in the influencers' hands these days, clearly, which is not a flex.
If you love your money, let me hear you know. And if you want to keep loving your money, let me hear you know.
And it don't matter if got the paperwork. It doesn't matter if they have the documentation. You can win. Hoes can make it. Fellas, you think we having a hard time now? You wait till you see how things go if this woman makes it to the damn White House.
Alrighty then.
They all gonna say, I'll be there. I can be as big a hoe as I want. I'm going to the White House. I can get a record deal. I can be Ciara. I can marry Russell Wilson. I can be president. This is where we going if she wins. Please understand that. Your doctors, your lawyers, I'm talking about your so-called sophisticated chicks. Those are gonna be the ones you can't say nothing to. The little chicks in law school, the little chicks in accounting school. I'm talking about them. Imagine what's gonna happen for them that they're like, hey, I can live my whole fantasy. Don't listen to them men talking about it runs down your value.
She should have on her presidential campaign the Wu Tandoori clan. But all of that twerking, all of that performative Samboisms, all of that quoting rap records and all of that, I'm not with it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not with it.
I have to bring up a rally that she did recently in Atlanta.
Now I know my ladies in the crowd love their body. Real hot girl. And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for. Hey! Hey!
Kamala Harris decided to travel to Atlanta. And of course, Atlanta is populated by a lot of African Americans, a lot of black people.
It's super cringy. These are not her friends. All right, Kamala's friends are these dudes here. These are Kamala's friends right here. These are the rappers she should have on right here. She should have them. That's who she should have on there.
For her crowd in Atlanta, she's bringing up Quavo. She's having Megan Thee Stallion perform. She's talking like this. Let's roll.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
I got here for your friends. Did they bring?
Megan, why was you on that stage twerking? Oh no, I love Meg. That's my girl, and I'ma always stand on business when it comes to her. Young girl, you was on that presidential stage twerking. Young girl, you know we cannot be acting like that in front of the auntie.
I actually like Meg Thee Stallion's ratchet performance at Kamala Harris's Atlanta rally because it shows you what the Democratic Party thinks of the African American community. They think that we're ghetto swine. They think that we're ghetto trash. They don't have to give us any policy. They don't have to give us anything tangible. The only thing they have to do is get a black celebrity to get up there and say something witty, shake their, show support, and they got us eating out of the palm of their hands. They'd never have to give us anything tangible. So they're right. Maybe we're not that sophisticated.
Yeah, I don't know how much more ghetto America can get. Can we please talk about this Atlanta rally for Kamala Harris? I don't even need to say nothing for this one. And then we had Quavo, who could barely even read his speech. The man was struggling bad. Every 2 seconds he stopped talking so the crowd could applaud him. And then we had this moment. Awkward as heck. Look at this ghetto stuff. Black people. He's announcing Kamala Harris. Where's she at?
I just told you a little while ago, these leaders that they call leaders, this included Lena Horne, this included Dick Gregory, and this included comedians, comics, trumpet players, baseball players. Show me in the white community where a comedian is a white leader. Show me in the white community where a singer is a white leader, or a dancer or a trumpet player is a white leader. These aren't leaders. These are puppets and clowns that have been set up over the white community and over the black community by the white community and have been made celebrities and usually say exactly what they know that the white man wants to hear.
Greetings, you polite savages, and welcome to another Tip Talk.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Ladies, gentlemen, and polite savages, you are now about to witness what happens when a chameleon of a politician goes and tries to get a check balance from the good folks at the ATL, recruiting Houston's own Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo. But in general, people are just looking at this tomfoolery and wondering what's going on with this political theater and why we're having stars with no real opinion about anything or never had an opinion about anything political up there shaking their thought pocket while there's real issues going on in the world. Our image is so bad as a people, they think they can just parade anyone out in front of us, shake their butt a little, and our votes are gonna fly. Just like anything else they do, the marketing's gonna get them. Brilliant marketing scheme, but guess what? Seems like it ain't happening. You misconstrued it. You overcompensated in your intelligence and didn't really understand that the folks are just kind of fed up with the same old, same old. That's right. The message is getting out. We are much more than just booty shaking, and we've had enough. And the ladies had something to say about it. Uh-oh, Miss Harris, looks like you're stepping on the toes of your #1 fan base, your constituents who you think are gonna push you over the top.
Now, Kamala Harris, I just watched your little halftime show. Your little, halftime show with Megan Thee Stallion. I know you call it a rally, but I beg to differ. Ma'am, in 2024, this is how the presidential candidates get black votes, because they think we need ratchet, bougie, classic.
Okay, hear me out. So I just watched the rally with Kamala, and I see that Megan Thee Stallion perform. And hear me out, love Megan, but that was not it. Megan shouldn't have been a person. You mean to tell me you're in Atlanta, you couldn't get no Atlanta artists?
Next. I'm not sure why we chose Megan Thee Stallion to perform. Love black women, supported all the black rappers. Nothing wrong with Megan Thee Stallion as her. But to put her on the presidential stage twerking and dancing and, shaking ass and doing all that, I don't see the correlation there. I don't know, maybe gun violence. I don't know where it's coming from, why that was a good choice. I'm so confused. I genuinely am confused. I'm like here sitting in my car laughing for the first 5 minutes. But then I'm like, okay, there's obviously a reason why we chose Megan Thee Stallion to perform at a presidential rally. I don't know. I'm confused.
I love me some Megan Thee Stallion, don't get me wrong. But I think I'd rather look at Megan at her concerts, listen to her in my ear, or watch like on TikTok or something like that. I don't know if this was the right approach. Yeah, I'm really speechless. I don't even know why I made this video, because I don't even know what to say about it. And maybe just me. Maybe it's 2024 and this is how they coming. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if y'all agree or not. Y'all know me, I'm my bullshit. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe this is perfectly okay and I'm just tripping.
I'm not even worried about this political theater because I don't expect a politician to be honest anyway. But what I am concerned about is that out of all the people she could have got from the ATL, the great orators who happen to be musicians like Killer Mike or even T.I., she chose to get a thought pocket up there popping her thing because she knew exactly what the people wanted to see. And all of these things takes me back to when I remember Joe Biden on the Breakfast Club looking Charlemagne dead in the eyes and saying, you know what, if you don't vote for me or if you don't know for voting for Joe Biden is the right thing to do, you ain't black. These politicians, these Democrats, these folks in general think they own the community because we give our vote away for nothing. That's right. We're doing the same old two-step. Like the man said before, it's a big game and you ain't in it.
Listen, you got to come see us when you come to New York, VP Biden.
I will.
It's a long way until November. We got more questions.
You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
Wake up. Our image is such that these folks think they can tell us how to do, what to do, and when to do, and we're going to just march to their drum. And let's stop with the whataboutism. This is not the same. No, it's not the same as Kid Rock at a Trump rally. Because you know what? It doesn't make a difference what they do. I'm worried about what we do because we're not in a position, in an absolute position of authority or power of this country to keep with the tomfoolery. We've been saying it for years. Mr. Samuel said it. Take your image back. You didn't want to hear it. Monique came out and said, present yourself in a better way in public. You didn't want to hear it. We can say it over and over again. You don't want to hear it. Barry White said it in the 80s. You didn't want to hear it. At one point, we got to listen to it because we're doing the same thing, trying to get a different result. And that, my friends, is insanity.
There are many whites who are trying to solve the problem, but you never see them going under the label of liberals. That white person that you see calling himself a liberal is the most dangerous thing in the entire Western Hemisphere. He's the most deceitful. He's like a fox. And a fox is always more dangerous in the forest than the wolf. You can see the wolf coming. You know what he's up to. But the fox will fool you. He comes at you with his mouth shaped in such a way that even though you see his teeth, you think he's smiling and you take him for a friend.
They don't want people who are smart enough to sit around the kitchen table and figure out how badly they're getting by a system that threw them overboard 30 years ago. They want obedient workers, people who are just smart enough to run the machines and do the paperwork, dumb enough to passively accept all these increasingly jobs with the lower pay, the longer hours, the reduced benefits, the end of overtime. Now they're coming for your Social Security money. They want your fucking retirement money so they can give it to their criminal friends on Wall Street. They'll get it all from you sooner or later because they own this fucking place. It's a big club and you ain't in it.
Thank you for watching the TIP Network. Follow us on all social media outlets and ask yourself one burning question. Can you handle the tip? Boom, we're out.
We found true happiness